We are about to do a photo shoot at the Vatican. Before we get there, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. On this channel, I take you through all the adventures that I have in capturing my photographs. Sometimes I'm in a famous destination, and other times in some very remote places. Also, check out patreon.com/EWJ for my bonus content and videos. Welcome to Rome in the summer. It is hot. It is very hot. And as you can see from the imprint of my backpack on my shirt from the sweat, I now understand why ancient Romans wore togas. I am in Rome for a weekend away from work. Rome is a much quieter place than Napoli, and I just woke up from a nap, late. I am rushing over to the Vatican to capture some evening photographs. The Vatican, like San Marino, is a country within a country. At 121 acres and a population of about 825, it is the smallest country in the world and completely surrounded by Italy. I first visited the Vatican in 2010 and was able to capture these images from inside of St. Peter's Basilica. The current basilica was completed in 1626. Under the high altar is the tomb of St. Peter. The church is built in the Renaissance style. The interior is simply breathtaking. On my second trip to Rome, St. Peter's Basilica was my focus. It was also featured in one of my first episodes on this channel. I spent 2 nights on this bridge spanning the Tiber River trying to capture this view. I had some success. Fast forward 3 years later, and I am back.
Let's just be real. You don't get construction like this in America. So I believe we're going around the back end of the Pope's personal fortress. Not that they use that anymore or anything, but anyhow, I was going to kind of come out a little bit earlier and do some street photography out there, except when I put my equipment on the chargers, I took a nap. Didn't set an alarm and really overslept. It's okay though, because my gosh, the sunburn I picked up from earlier today, probably best I stayed indoors here for the last few hours. So anyhow, we're heading out, trying to make our way to Vatican City here. I think we're just about there. I guess they still exist here. Old world technology.
Despite being hungry, I passed by the many outdoor establishments that smell amazing. This is the Piazzetta de Borgo, built in 1277. It is 2,600 feet long. This has served as a passage from the apostolic palaces to the fortress of Castle Sant'Angelo, where Pope Clement VII took refuge during the sack of Rome in 1527. This is not my first stroll down Via della Conciliazione. I also recommend it in the evenings. It gives a very powerful impression of St. Peter's Basilica.
The basilica is impressive in its size, and we got some really neat dramatic light hitting it right now. The other cool thing is we're about to leave the country of Italy and enter another country called Vatican City. Interesting enough, I think we're now crossing the border. Just like that. There you go. So up there, traditionally would be the Pope's apartment, but I believe the current Pope has opted not for the opulence of the papal apartment that is actually residing somewhere else in Vatican City in a much more humble place, which is I guess part of the I don't know what you call it, the order that he's a member of, to be very humble and to live in poverty. So instead of having that palace, I think he's in a very like 1 or 2 room apartment right now, something like that. Anyhow, okay, few challenges here. That obelisk is kind of in the way. So if it's gonna be real hard for me to shoot the front of the basilica dead on because of that obelisk. I could go back, but of course that means I get more people, and I could go in front, which means I'm going to lose, well, this immensely beautiful structure that's all around St. Peter's Square. So tough decision, but the light is fading. Now also if I get too close, I lose the dome. All right, let's go back here to the fence by the border. We're gonna set up the tripod and see what it looks like. So right now I'm kind of opting to be off to the side so I can get the full front of the basilica here in this panorama. But my very last visit here, which was 3 years ago, I did make it here to St. Peter's Square at night and got in front of the obelisk. And here are what those images look like. So something that's going to be a little bit disappointing tonight is that we don't have any clouds to light the sky above the basilica. So I'm going to have to rely on the colors of the atmosphere itself to try and enhance this image. So another thing I'm thinking about doing is moving in front of the obelisk, and then I will actually do a super pano where I go back and forth across the basilica, trying to capture as much of the image as I can. When you get up closer, it's a little harder to get that picture. But again, the downside is I'm going to lose part of the dome. Alright, so let's fast forward just a little bit. As you can see, it's dark. So what I found out from the security guards there is that if you're going to have anything with a microphone on it, like I do with this thing, you need to have a special permit. So I stopped filming and they allowed me to continue to do my photography. So in Vatican City, there's only 2 locations where I was able to set up my camera, where I set up my camera, because I stayed in those locations for so long. So here they are.
I'm not totally sure about the needing a permit to film video here. This policia was going around flexing his muscle to a lot of people this evening, but better to be safe than arrested. I started this photo shoot off to the left of the piazza. This allowed me to photograph St. Peter's Basilica without the Vatican obelisk directly in front of it. During the blue hour, I moved in closer. With the obelisk at my back, I was able to take these dramatic views directly in front of St. Peter's. I used the Vatican colonnades to create a sense of drama and to draw the viewer's eye to the subject, the basilica.
I also set up for one location just outside of Vatican City itself. Take a look at this.
This is my favorite image of the night, taken from about 50 yards outside of the border with my zoom lens. This panorama consists of 40 images merged together. The resolution is over 12,900 by 6,100 pixels. I love the dramatic look of the lighting that just accentuates the massive size of the basilica.
Well, that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, and of course, as always, consider opening your hearts and your homes to a shelter animal need. If you can't, please consider adopting a shelter animal. I know for a fact I've been gone for a week and I already missed mine. Take care.